This is the fight that I am dealing with your own mind, because I'm fighting with your mind right now. There's a lot of pessimistic thoughts. There's a lot of thoughts in there that don't help you to become the best version of yourself. And so my job is to continue to infiltrate your own mind so that you start feeling more positive, more empowered, more enlightened, more inspired, more encouraged, so that eventually, because you've listened to the Luke Mind Power podcast so much, that you do live your dreams. I'm Luke, and you're listening to the Luke Mind Power podcast. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode on the Luke Mind Power podcast. It is a real honor to be here with you guys. I know that life is challenging, and this episode is going to give you that boost that you need. Just like every episode of the Luke Mind Power podcast, it's always about motivation, inspiration. Motivation is like bathing, and it's something that you need every single day. That's the truth. You know, I wish that you could listen to a podcast episode and just be so inspired that for the rest of the year, actually, I don't wish, because then it would be too easy. You know, everybody wants this life that's just so easy. It just, you know, here you go. I'll hand it to you on a freaking silver platter. And, you know, there you go. There's your success. There's your living your dreams. There's the healthy relationship that you want. There's the beautiful family that you want to manifest, or that you've already got, or that you want to achieve. There's something else in your life, whatever that is, maybe a better job, or that nice car, or whatever. Maybe it's your health, you know, becoming really healthy. Maybe it's losing 20 pounds or being more consistent with your exercising, whatever. It's not going to be freaking easy. And consistency is really important. I've been battling my own demons and my own mindset over the last few days. And the one thing that comes to mind, I was at the gym today. My mind was just so negative. You know, it was just like, oh, I'm tired. Or, you know, all these thoughts in my head of like, oh, you know, just cut it, do a short gym session. You know, you're tired, you know, overworked or whatever, like couldn't be bothered, all these stupid thoughts, right? There was one exercise which I do, which is the pull-ups. I jump up and I pull myself up, 12 times. And this exercise is probably the hardest. It requires the most strength. And my mind's like, just do 6, don't do 12, do 6. You know, it's too hard. And so as soon as that conversation started coming up, I was like, don't think about it, just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. And see, that's the thing, that how we're in our own way. That's how we stop ourselves, because we overthink too much. We think and think and think and think and think. And sometimes you just need to stop thinking and just do it. You know, Nike has probably one of the most extraordinary slogans you could have in your life, like in the world. Just do it. And that is the challenge for most of us, right? Whatever that fear is, whatever that circumstance, whatever that situation is in your life, just do it. But we think too much. And when we think too much, as Tony Robbins says, if you stay in your head, you're dead. So I set myself up to win, and I do like a circuit in the gym where I'm living right now, and I do 4 different exercises, and I do it times each exercise. Like, for example, I did legs twice. So I did 1 leg press exercise. So I do 24 reps, so repetitions of that exercise, and 5 sets on that. Then I do another 30 lunges times 5 sets of that. And then the pull-ups, same thing, 12 reps, so 12 repetitions and 5 sets. That's my gym session. And then I go and have a sauna. At the start of the gym session, guess what the mind is doing? Too long, man. Too long, too much. You know, like, have to do freaking hell. I've got to get through the first round of the sets, and then the second. And then what I'm doing is I'm counting down. I'm like, okay, that's 1 down. Now I have 4 more to go. And then do that, and then 3 more to go. And I'm counting down. I'm like, oh my gosh, only 1 more to go. And I'm like, no, I have to do it. I have to finish this, you know. And this is the biggest challenge for most of us, whether it's you walking, whether it's you going to sleep, whether it's you eating healthier, whether it's just doing it and getting it done and being able to be consistent with that. It's the biggest challenge that we struggle with. And I think that, you know, a lot of the time what I'm learning is that if you can get yourself in the gym, and if you can do that, what you know you need to do, and really show up and be consistent with that, that's a major key to like every other area of your life, because it requires discipline. It requires discipline. It requires consistency. It requires, you know, so it's not just about gym and doing gym so that you look good, for example, or that you have a better physique, right? Because the truth is, when you look good, you feel better. You do. It's the truth. When you look at yourself in the mirror, when you've been consistent going and exercising, like, it's not about perfection. I'm not about fucking having a six pack and washboard abs and all this bullshit. I am just about moving my body. For me, it's not about perfection. It's just about consistency, and it's about mental clarity, and it's about pushing myself and having that discipline and consistency. And as I can see continuously, as I look at myself in the mirror every day, because I exercise, I feel content. I look at myself and I'm happy with what I see. So it makes me feel better. So you want to think about that where you're at in your life, and how does it make you feel when you see yourself and you look at yourself in the mirror? Okay, it's a big part of your self-care. It's a big part of, you being a better version of yourself. But let me just quickly cut in here and just do a quick public service announcement for anyone who is interested in joining us at our next live events. You want to join and come see me speak live. All you need to do is click the link below in the description below. There is a link there that says live events. Click here. So click that link so that you can see when our next live events are. And stay in tune for that, so that, if we're close to you, you want to come, because most important thing that I did in my journey, and I still continue to do it, I'm still going to live events as well of people that I'm inspired by, like Lewis Howes and Trent Shelton and Ed Milet and stuff like that, simply because the biggest investment that you can make in yourself is in your own personal development and healing journey, and getting yourself around people who are growing and taking action and wanting to become better versions of themselves. And when you do that, you grow and expand, and plus you network. That's one of the biggest keys of these live events that you have access to, is you get to network with people that are growing. And that's why I always say your network is your net worth. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And you don't know how one connection is going to lead you to the next level of your success. Crazy. I know that with like my visa application to the US, for example. I have, and I spoke about this last episode, I don't know. I didn't have anyone. Like, I had to evolve and leave people behind, right? Or just disconnect myself from the people that I'd be surrounding myself with. And I was always wondering, this is the issue that many of us have. I'm scared. I don't have the right people in my life. I don't have the successful people in my life. How can I surround myself with successful people when I don't know anyone? Well, in order for you to attract that which you want to surround yourself with, you need to become that. And when you become that, you attract that. So I became that. And now I had all these amazing, I still do, I'm friends with everybody, but I have these amazing people in my network that were willing to help me, to support me through this journey of applying for a visa for the US. And I looked at this list of people and I was just like, wow, how did that happen? Well, because I evolved, I grew. So don't for a second think that I'm leaving people behind, or I'm not going to be able to have the right people in my life. It comes when you grow. And most importantly, come to our live events. The link is in the description below. And then secondly, guys, if you're looking to work on yourself and you want to transform your life, or you want to build superpowered confidence, you want to learn to love yourself and live your dreams and overcome your past and your fears and your insecurities and your doubts and your shame and your trauma and your pain, you want to overcome that, heal from that, so that you can step into your purpose and live your freaking best life. Guess what? All you need to do is reach out to us. There is a link in the description below where it says click here to work with us. It's a quick brainstorm call where you'll jump on a call with one of my success leadership coaches, so that we can learn a little bit more about if and how we could possibly help you. Okay. All you need to do is click the link. It'll open up a page and you'll be able to select the time and book yourself in with us, so that we can connect with you personally. And like I said, so that we can learn if and how we could possibly help you. Okay. Anyway, back to the podcast. So what I was talking about was consistency and not wanting to do things, because this is the hardest part. There's highs and lows along your journey of success. There's highs along the journey of your life, and it's really embracing these journeys, which it's uncomfortable. Put it this way. There are times for me where the voice is pulling me back. The voice is negative. The voice is doubtful. The voice, even though like I'm feeling like right now, I'm like, shit, man, I've had a lot of doubt, a lot of fear in my mind. And I'm like, where is it coming from? And I think about that and I'm like, wow, it just is that old version of you. It's the insecure version of you. It's the doubtful mind. It's the negative mind. It's the pessimistic mind. It's the fearful mind that I always once was in the past. And I was, I mention this a lot, is that what you're doing is you're breaking away. Like, you've been attached to who you've always known yourself to be for so many freaking years. And all of a sudden you decide, well, I'm going to listen to the Luke Mind Power podcast. Well, I'm going to start motivating myself. I'm going to start listening to inspirational information. I'm going to start listening to stuff that empowers me and helps me become a better version of myself and lifts me up. And it has that energy that you need to keep pushing yourself forward. And all of a sudden it's like, this is the old version of you, right? And there's a new creation that you've got a vision for, and this new version of you that you want to become, right? And so all of a sudden there's this, this you've got to tear away, right? But it's still stuck. It's like chewing gum, for example, like bubble gum, right? You remember chewing gum and how you could stretch it and stretch it and stretch it. But what's happening is I'm stretching, I'm stretching, but guess what? I've still got all of this chewing gum, this stuff from the past they're still holding on to this new version of me. So this is who I am, right? I'm this new version of me that I'm still stuck to the old version of me that is living in self-doubt, fear, insecurity, doesn't believe in himself, doesn't love himself, doesn't think he's going to be successful. He's fucking scared to speak his truth. He's scared to be vulnerable. He's scared about what people think of him. And so then it comes up. Some of you can say, that's bullshit. Or some of you can say, that's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense, But again, everything is about your mindset and the way that you think in order for you to help yourself moving forward to make the right choices and to propel yourself continuously in the direction of your goals and your dreams, and actually taking the uncomfortable action that you need and that's required every single day for you to step into your greatness. This is what helps you to do that. I remember my friend David Power talk, and he's like, mindset is everything. When he said that, I was like, okay, I get it, right? And I mean, you're talking to Luke Mind Power, the one that, I became who I am simply because I let go of so many different things, but one of them was cocaine. And I remember reflecting on that and thinking to myself, how did you do that? You didn't go to therapy. You didn't go to counseling. You didn't go see a psychologist. You didn't go get help. You didn't go to group therapy or anything like that to help you to process what you were dealing with and why you were trying to escape all the time. You didn't go and do any of that. How did you just quit? Realize that. And I reflect on my journey and what I did. Basically, I looked at that and I was like, wow, I'm powerful. If I can just quit something that I was addicted to, that I enjoyed, I did. That's powerful. And that's why the name Luke Mind Power is like, well, mind and power makes complete sense, because you have the mind to empower yourself to make the choices in your life that are going to help you to get yourself to where you deserve to be, right? And I believe that, if it's not drugs, it's something else. There's something else that you're using as an escape to, feed your void, whatever that is, to help you, to make you feel like you're good enough. That's the challenge, to fuel you in some sort of way that makes you forget about the reality that you're living in right now. And so the way that you think is very, very important. And I understand from what I did that, okay, so my mind is powerful. And as Eminem says in his song, you can do anything that you put your mind to. And so let me just talk about that for a moment and how I actually made the decisions to stop the things that I was doing that were not serving me. And what did I need? So what do you need? Wherever you are in your life right now, what do you need in order for you to make the right choices and decisions in your life so that you can live your freaking best life? Because the truth is, you didn't come here to live a shit life. You came here to live your dreams. So you may have gone through a lot of suffering, but let me tell you and remind you that the suffering stops here. Yes, the challenges up ahead that you're going to have to deal with are going to be uncomfortable, but it's not about suffering. It's just overcoming fear and doubt. There's no more suffering. It's you declaring and making a conscious choice right now to say, I'm not going to suffer anymore. I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to forgive others. I'm going to learn to love myself and appreciate myself and accept myself. I'm not going to be my own worst enemy anymore. I'm going to change the way that I think. Because when you change the way you look at things, the way you look at things will change, Dr. Wayne Dyer. And that's why mindset is everything. Change the perception of how you see things. This is where everything changes, because you decide to change. You decide to to really appreciate who you are and appreciate your resilience, appreciate everything that you've gone through. You got to this stage in your life right now, not to sit here in despair and be angry with yourself. It's okay to be frustrated with the fact that you're not where you thought you'd be. But what's not okay is to sit there and continue to be your own worst enemy, be in your own way. And then that's the excuse. That's the reason why you don't live your dreams, why you don't take action, why you don't invest in your personal development and healing so that you can actually discover your purpose, so that you can discover your gifts, so that you can get out of your comfort zone, so you can face your fears. Because on the other side of fear is your greatness. On the other side of fear is you living your dreams. This is the fight that I am dealing with your own mind, because I'm fighting with your mind right now. Negative thinking, there's a lot of negative thoughts, there's a lot of pessimistic thoughts, there's a lot of thoughts in there that don't help you to become the best version of yourself. And so my job is to continue to infiltrate your own mind so that you start feeling more positive, more empowered, more enlightened, more inspired, more encouraged, so that eventually, because you've listened to the Luke Mind Power podcast so much, that you do live your dreams. And I know this to be a fact simply because of all the messages and the feedback that I get on my podcasts, on the YouTube channel, on Spotify, on Apple, on the DMs that I get from people that say, your podcast changed my life. So I know that what I'm giving is powerful, and it's all about you continuing to be consistent and consuming this energy that I'm projecting towards you all the time, because you become what you consume. And the more that you tune into this frequency and energy that I'm projecting towards you, the more that you will continue to stay focused, motivated, inspired. And again, it is a journey. It's not a destination, okay? It's a journey, okay? Keep taking action, keep showing up, keep listening, keep tuning in, because eventually you will get what you deserve. But it takes time. It takes time. That's the one challenge. It takes time, and most people are impatient because we want everything straight away. But honestly, like, it's September already and time is just flying. It's 2023. It's nearly the end of the year. Is that ridiculous or not? How quickly did the year go? And we sit here and we go, oh, it's going to take, I'm going to have to do all this work on myself. Oh my gosh, like, how long is it going to take? Oh, if I start my business now, how long is it going to take for me to be successful? Oh, I've got so much work to do. Oh, whatever. Oh, maybe I'll leave it for another 6 months, or, maybe I'll do it in 12 months. It's all this bullshit, man. This is where fear comes in and doubt comes in. And you need to wake up, man. You need to step the fuck up. You need to stand up for yourself, because you're wasting time always. It's like, one day I'll do it. It's like, no, it should be day one right now. Because in 6 months' time, you can look back and go, damn, so proud of me. I feared, I doubted, but I took action anyway. Wow. Now I'm proud of myself. I really showed up. And that's what you want to think about, because the time wasting is one of the worst things that we can do. So if you got a dream, like if you got something that you've been contemplating on doing, do it now. Don't wait until it's the right time. It's never going to be the right time. You're always going to have shit going on in your life. That's a fact. Don't sit here and wait for this perfect opportunity where everything's just going to align for you and then you can go all in on what you want to do. It's not going to happen, man. You got shit all the time happening in your life. So your own excuses and your own way of thinking is always going to pull you back into this safety zone. And in your safety zone, which is your comfort zone, it's not where you grow, bro. It's not going to get you the results that you deserve to have in your life. And I really believe that we do deserve success. We all do deserve to live our dreams, not our fears. But the truth is, when I say deserve, I want that for you. I want to see you win, man. Your success is my success. My success is your success. But guess what? You get what you give. You're only going to deserve something if you put work towards that which you want. Make your wants want you by taking action, and you will go closer to them and they will get closer to you. What you seek is seeking you. But if you don't keep focusing on that which you want, it will never get closer to you. If you don't focus on your health and you want to be healthier and you don't take any kind of action every single day towards it, or your physical appearance, for example, by exercising and stuff, it's not going to get better by chance. It's going to get better by change. It's going to get better because you take action. It's going to get better because you stay consistent. I was having a chia seed pudding and a blueberry coconut smoothie, and I was sitting in the sun, And then I decided to eat a coffee. I haven't had a coffee for about a week or so. And so I was sitting there, I was standing outside, and I was just having this thought, and I was just like having this, I had a macadamia cookie, and I was drinking this 3/4 full latte, extra shot, 1 sugar. That's my coffee. Okay. So if you see me, man, make sure you get me the right coffee. I'm a bit picky like that. But I'm having this macadamia cookie and this coffee, and I'm thinking about consistency. And I'm like, this is the key to everything that you want. If you start a podcast, how are people going to know about it? How are people going to hear about it? How are people going to find it if you only post one episode and you don't stay consistent? There is so many people out there that are rooting for you to fail, starting your business, starting that side hustle, maybe even going into a relationship that you've been thinking about. There's someone out there that doesn't want you to be happy. There's someone out there that doesn't want you to be in a relationship. There's someone out there that doesn't want you to have a family. There's someone out there that doesn't want you to be successful. There's someone out there that's secretly hoping that you stop being consistent. And for any reason as why that is, I would say it's the ego. I would say that anyone who doesn't want someone else to thrive and be successful is that they have pain within themselves. They have a lot of hidden trauma or their own insecurities within themselves. And that's why I always say you can't give what you don't have. And so when you have a lot of negative energy within yourself, that's what comes out. And I was saying at my live talk in Sydney, and I was like, people are always showing you what they have within themselves by what they project out. You know, if you have love, you give love because that's all you have. But if you have pain and you have a disconnection, that's what it is. It's the disconnection. And so then you live from the ego, and the ego wants to protect. You know, like I go live on this podcast and I'm like, I'm staying really consistent. And then there's a negative voice, but then there's the other voice of like, yeah, bro, there's people that are watching you on social media or doing, or they're watching what you're doing, and they hope that you stop being consistent. They hope that you stop. They hope that you fail. And if there's any reason why you should start that business, start that relationship, have that family, go on that trip, if there's any reason why you should do what you believe in, it's for the reason that, you know, people don't want you to do it. People don't want you to be happy. People out there are hurt themselves, you know, but little do they know how much of an inspiration that you will be to them, because you persevere and you don't quit and you don't give up and you just keep showing up, and you do it despite people judging you. You do it despite people misunderstanding you. You do it despite people thinking that you're going to fail and that you're not good enough, that you're not capable enough, you're not intelligent enough, but you still do it. You know, you still push through, you still believe, you still just show up for yourself. Man, like this is how you change the world. And for anybody out there that doesn't want me to win, whatever, right? But I know deep down that they're inspired. You see, everything is being conditioned and programmed by everything that people consume. So if people are even just watching me, but they don't want me to win, for example, I'm still in their heads. They're still visually experiencing my action, which is then conditioning their own mind of Luke doesn't give up. And it's the same thing with you. Whatever that is for you to continue to persevere. It could be an ex-relationship, ex-partner of yours. It could be someone at work that really is spiteful of your success and doesn't like your confidence, and really deep down they don't want you to win, but you just keep showing up. You keep standing up in front of people. You keep speaking your truth. You keep showing up, and you're actually conditioning their mind, and they are witnessing your growth and your success and your confidence. So you're actually having an impact on people who are hurt, right? And so that's a very powerful level of self-awareness that you need to become aware of, because even though people may hate or people may judge or people may not want you to win, your actions and your leadership and your level of consistency and belief in yourself and certainty as well of who you are, it changes. It has this ripple effect, you know? So this is the beautiful thing, I guess, that I absolutely appreciate with everybody that I work with personally and in my group coaching platform, is just I know that the transformations that they have because of the work that they're doing, working with me, is affecting their families. You know, it's like how my transformation and my success is affecting my family, how it's affecting, like, especially my nephews and nieces, right? And I necessarily don't even need to do anything. I just need to keep being myself because they're all watching. They're watching my podcast. They're watching my Instagram. You know, when they see me in person, I don't necessarily need to empower them, but I do. I tell them to love themselves. I tell them to believe in themselves. I tell them that they're amazing. You know, I basically use my my nephews and my nieces as like I'm an earth angel to them. I have their back. I am basically pouring into them that which I felt like I needed when I was a child. I needed more love, more attention, more support. I wanted people to encourage me more and remind me that I was amazing and great and that I could live my dreams and I could do whatever I wanted to do and believe in myself and have my own back, right? But I feel like I needed more of that. So how do I give that now to myself? Well, I've done that. But now guess what? I look at my nephews and my nieces and I just give that to them and I remind them all the time, you know, that the secret to success is to learn to love yourself. And once you learn to love yourself, then you'll love yourself out of your trauma, love yourself out of your past, your pain, your insecurities, your doubts, your fears. You'll always be in a really powerful position to be in that moment where fear is trying to control you and doubt is trying to control you. But guess what? Because you love yourself so much, you don't let it win. That's the power of it. I keep telling you guys why. If there's any reason that you should work on yourself, is to learn to love yourself, to learn to really appreciate yourself, accept yourself fully. Because once you do that, that's where everything changes. Because you want to heal. You want to overcome your past. You don't want to keep suffering. And so that's why I say that when you step into the fire of self-love, it will not burn you. It will only liberate you from everything that you're not. You see, at the beginning, when you start to do this kind of work, you're still living in a fear-resistant state where there's a lot of doubt. It can be very overwhelming, which can control you so much that you run away. And you're like, no, I can't do this. I can't do it. Mentally, right? We're going back to your mindset. Your mindset is everything. What you consume is what you become. How you fuel your mind. Who has programmed your mind? What kind of relationships and people have you surrounded yourself with, or what kind of information that you have taken in over a specific amount of time that has fucked your head? So much so that you can't even take action to grow. You can't even fucking show up. You're so scared and living in so much fear that you don't even believe that it's possible for you to love yourself. That's how fucked your head is. And so you run away and you keep living in that suffering state. And then that's just going to keep you where you are. And where you are is not where you want to be. You want to be freaking free. You want to be living in inner peace. You want to be living in that freaking conscious state of, oh my God, I am powerful. I'm ridiculously amazing. I can overcome this shit. I'm not living in my past. I'm not controlled by what I went through. I'm not a victim of that shit. This is the power that you have. Ain't blaming no one. You're just taking full responsibility and saying, no matter what it takes, I'm going to show up. No matter what happens, I'm going to keep taking action. No matter what happens, I'm going to have my own fucking back. No matter what happens, I'm going to be the example to my family, my friends, the people that I love, my kids. I'm going to be the fucking leader. I'm going to be the one that does it, that they look up to me and they fucking see me 6 months later, 12 months later, 24 months later, and they go, wow, that's my fucking mum. That's my dad. That's my uncle. That's the power that you have. That's how you fucking change the world. Not by running away and being fucking scared and letting your conditioned mind fucking control you and stop you from you living your best life. That's the problem. Am I waking you up or not? That's the issue that we have. That's the issue that everyone fucking has, is that their minds are so fucked that you live in fear. And so what happens? You allow your past, your shame, your insecurities, your doubts, your fucking programmed, conditioned experiences that have infiltrated your energy and your fucking emotions so bad that now you can't even move forward. You can't even learn to love yourself because you're living in so much fear. It's debilitating, which causes you to live in a state of dysfunction, which is why you have anxiety, why you have depression, why you fucking suffer with these mental problems. There's also physical issues as well. This affects the way you feel, affects your body. I always say that when you're happy, you're healthy. When you're happy, your body is on a functional state. It's a good vibration. And it's a battle, daily battle. It's something you have to work on all the time. It's not that, oh my gosh, I'm so healthy and happy and I feel so great and I've got this amazing mindset and I feel so good right now, and now I don't have to do anything for the next fucking 3 months. Nah, bro. This life is part of you getting in alignment with who you are, living your purpose, discovering your greatness and your gifts so that you don't have to wake up every day and go, I have to fucking go to a job that I hate and that fucking sucks and that feels like shit. Because it doesn't feel good to be doing what you don't enjoy. It doesn't feel good to be going into an environment that doesn't complement your life, whether it's your job or your family or your friends or where you live. You want to be in an environment that complements your life. So remember, yes, I'm speaking this way because I'm living this way, but it once wasn't like that. It took me 15 years to discover this shit. I was trying to figure it out for a long time. Put your hand up if you've always known that there's something greater in you that you haven't found or discovered yet, but you don't know what that is. And you're asking the question now. I'm triggering your mind to help you to pay attention. This is the most important part of this journey. If you don't ask the questions, then the answer will always be no. If you don't knock, the door will never open. And so it's really realizing that, you do have greatness, you do have a gift. I believe that everybody has some sort of magic. You are a miracle of infinite worth, and it's about time that you stood up for yourself. It's about time that you came home to yourself. It's about time that you ask some serious questions to yourself so that you can, in a couple of years' time, because it does take a process. It does take work on yourself. It's a process of you starting this new journey, new life, new creation, this rebirth of who you were always meant to be. Yes, it's a process. Yes, it takes time, but it's fucking worth it. It's worth it to be able to wake up in the morning and feel better that you don't have to go to a job that you don't like to go to, that you're in control of your life and that you're not relying on somebody else. That's what I'm experiencing. That's why I'm sharing it. And so, quick side note, I'm never going to share with you anything that I don't know or that I haven't lived through. Everything that I share on the Luke Mind Power podcast is from my own life experience. Some people say, what are your qualifications? I'm self-educated. Self-education is the new norm. Get used to it. If you resonate with the work that I deliver, if you resonate with the wisdom that I deliver, if you resonate with what I'm sharing with you, it's because you know it's the truth, because you also are self-educated. You can't go to a university for 3 years to learn and get a degree from Luke Mind Power and his life. I can't go and get a degree about your life and go through all the experiences and all the information and the textbooks about your trauma, your pain, your feelings, your emotions. I can't go and experience and witness that fucking firsthand. That's the power that you have by all of your experiences and everything that you've gone through, that no one has that. And that's why I say that your gift and your purpose is on the other side of your fear. And a lot of our fear is our pain, addressing it, overcoming it, the truth. It can be as simple as you, for example, being in a job that you hate, that you're afraid to speak up to your boss. So you just keep doing things, expecting things to change, but it doesn't, and you just keep doing it. And the truth is, if you took action, spoke up for yourself, because you're afraid of losing the job, but not knowing that in speaking your truth, standing up for yourself, there could be two avenues. One, you'll get fired, and that will then open up new opportunities for you to get a position somewhere else because this one's fucking shit. Or they could turn around and go, oh my goodness, wow, thank you so much for speaking your truth and having the courage and confidence to communicate. We're going to give you a raise, or we're going to give you another opportunity. And this is where you break through. I was just so scared for so many years. And let me tell you, that's why, communication is the key. It's not about confidence. Okay. Don't sit here and go, I want to have the confidence to speak your truth. No, have the courage. Love yourself enough to speak your truth even when your voice shakes. It's not about having the confidence. Confidence comes from taking action. Confidence comes from you getting out of your comfort zone and doing shit when you're fucking scared to do it. That's where confidence grows. The only way I've built superpowered confidence and who I've become today is simply because of action and doing shit when I was fucking scared to do it, but I had the courage to do it. And I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of not living my dreams, sick and tired of living in fear and doubt. Sick and tired of being against myself. What are you fucking sick and tired of? Are you sick and tired of not being for you, being against you? Are you sick and tired of people judging you and having their opinions and you allowing other people's opinions of you to control your life? Are you sick and tired of that? Because if you are, this is where life changes. You need to get to a point where you go, I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of living a shit life. I'm sick and tired of doing this stuff that I don't want to be doing. I'm sick and tired of being in this relationship that I don't want to be in anymore. I'm sick and tired of hanging around people that don't love me and respect me and appreciate me. I'm sick and tired of surrounding myself with energy that doesn't complement my life. I'm sick and tired of that. And the moment where you snap and you go, oh, fuck, that's it, man. I'm going to make some positive changes. You know, there's so much that you're holding on to that doesn't support your growth, doesn't support your evolution, doesn't support your transcendence, doesn't support you stepping into your greatness. And that which you continue to hold on is blocking all the abundance and the success and the dreams and the purpose that you're supposed to be fucking living in. And because you keep holding on to all this old shit, guess what? You keep living that way. You're stopping yourself. You're in your own way. So you got to become aware of this shit because it's your fault. It may not have been your fault with specific circumstances and adversity and pain that you were exposed to or inflicted on, things happening that were maybe out of your control in the past. So I'm not going to sit here and say that was your fault. Yes, I'm talking to you and I fucking feel your energy and I know it hurts. But it is your responsibility and your fault right now to not do anything about it, to keep living in this fucked up state, in this shit state where you're constantly debilitating yourself. You're constantly in this dysfunctional state. You're constantly disconnected from yourself. You're constantly wearing a fucking mask, walking around like it's all okay. You're constantly in survival mode. You're constantly doing what you don't want to be doing, but you don't have the courage to fucking speak up. That's why the fucking Luke Mind Power podcast is here, to wake you up to your greatness, to help you become aware that it's time for you to not be in your own way anymore. It's time for you to stop suffering. It's time for you to step up. It's time for you to say yes. It's time for you to have a voice. It's time for you to use this gift of communication that you've been given and show up for yourself. It's your fault from now on if you don't do anything about it, because you can keep allowing the shit that's happening in your life right now. Keep allowing it. It will keep happening. Keep tolerating it. It will keep happening. What you allow will persist. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you live longer. And if you're still here with us, then, man, you have this fucking great calling. You have this huge purpose that you haven't stepped into yet. You didn't come this far just to get this far. You didn't survive all of your hardest days and your pain for no reason. And it's important for you to recognize that, hence why it's so important to have a relationship with yourself. It's important for you to recognize yourself, to give yourself the love that you so easily give to other people. Because you do. You give it for free. No one fucking pays you, man. You give it. You give your kindness. You give your compassion. You give your empathy. No one goes, oh my gosh, thank you for that hug. Here's $10. Oh my gosh, you're so kind. Here's $5. Oh my gosh, you thought of me today. Wow, here's $100. But you give it away for free. What about listening to that conversation in your head that's telling you that you'll never find the right person in your life, or you're not lovable, or you're not good enough, or you're not intelligent enough? What about responding to that voice and saying, no, I am good enough. I am enough. I am amazing. I love me. That's what you deserve. Don't wait for someone to come and give that to you. Give it to yourself. You deserve everything that you've been giving to other people. You deserve that for you. And you deserve to have your own back and reconnect with the one person that you've been disconnected from. And that's exactly what the world wants you to be. It's a blessing to be alive. I'm grateful to spend this time with you. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast episode. Make sure that if you haven't hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash the like button as well. And make sure you share this episode. Leave a comment as well. Let me know your thoughts. What came up for you? What was your biggest takeaways? And make sure you share this with 5 of your friends so that we can help more people wake up to their greatness and live their dreams, not their fears. and I will see you on the next episode. And like I said earlier on in the episode, if you want to join us at our live events, the link is in the description below. And if you're looking to work on yourself and you want to transform your life and really learn to love yourself and heal your past and build superpowered confidence, the link for a brainstorm call with one of my success leadership coaches is below, in the description below, underneath the live ticket link as well. It is lukemindpower.com/brainstorm. I'm sending you a lot of love, guys. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your dreams, okay? Because if you give up, you'll never achieve them. It's as simple as that. Stay consistent. I'm watching you, man. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you're ready to grow and reach your full potential and find inner peace, send me a DM that says, I want inner peace, and I'll send you the next steps. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. When you change your mind, you change your whole life. So don't hesitate and send that DM over to me. Myself and my team can't wait to meet you and witness your transformation in full glory. See you next week.